Hi everyone, I'm Madeleine and welcome to my channel, Yikkel Liffy. And today we're doing another crochet journal for the month of for the month of April 2026. Today is the 8th of May and yeah, we're going to discuss everything I did in April. Unfortunately, nothing was finished. very close to finishing. Sort of close enough to finishing, but nothing was finished, and I started a new project. Okay, so let's begin. Let's do, I think we'll do this fuzzy lot over here first. This is the Persian tile, or yeah, for the Persian tile blanket. I think we were at row 5. I did 10 tiles with row 5 and another 10 that needed to do row 5. Can't recall, but we were there somewhere. So, okay, not just that I complete row 5, I completed row 6 and I started with row 7. Now you might ask, what in the crazy heck is going on here? There's, I think it's 16 areas that I need to mark. So these are all my little place markers. I just had a cheap acrylic that was in my stash that I used to use as the place markers, and I will be using it a lot from this point forward. So yeah, it's looking kind of crazy, but yeah, if you should count 20 tiles with 16 stitch markers each, you can do the math. All I know, it's going to be a lot of stitch markers, and I don't have that amount of stitch markers, and I'm not like completely completing a block at a time. I am doing the whole bunch all at once. So yeah, that's a lot of stitch markers. So if you don't have stitch markers lying around, well, I'm pretty sure you have an extra ball of acrylic, cheap acrylic, lying in the closet that you won't mind snipping up into hundreds of pieces. But okay, yeah, let me show you. Like I said, I have, let me see here, I've started 2 tiles with row 7. So the rest I will continue as the month goes on, and this is what it looks like. This was row 5, row 6 and row 7, and I kept to my guns. I'm working in the very back loop so that it will push the color forward. I brought one of the completed tiles, or nearly completed tiles, as an example for the different styles. This one, and it's not like this one isn't looking pretty. I just prefer working in the back loop. It brings out more color. You see, this mint is basically fading away, and now the mint is popping. And I'll be, yeah, you can see the difference with row 6 and row 7. Or maybe we'll only see the difference when we start with the fans. I'm so close to row 8, and then we do the fans, and from there it basically just flies. But yeah, my only complaint about these tiles, but it's a personal thing. It's a personal thing. It's really nothing to do with the pattern. Is I'm just getting going, you know, in the mood, in the groove, and then I'm done. Then I stop, and I have to cut, work away ends, and restart everything again. And I don't think it would have been that bad if I wasn't working on the Witmalgas graphic, my Cape Canet graph. If that wasn't in the equation as well, because now I'm doing ends all the time, and the graph is also ends all the time. Let me show you. Let me show you. Okay. So a third is done. A third of the graph is completed, and I sewn away all the ends, all the tails, or most of it. I can only go up to a certain point, then I have to stop. Otherwise, I'm going to. It might influence the edge where I'm working at. So only a couple of these that's by the edge I left under, not worked away for technical reasons. But anyways, let me show you. This is, oh, wait. Yeah, this is the, oh. Don't mind the baubles. There you go. Tail feather done. Oh, and wing feathers done. This is done. This paw's nearly done. This foot. And as you can see, very little tails. Same with the back. There you go. And yeah, except for the mind-numbing, soul-crushing gazillions of ends to work in, I'm quite enjoying this project, yes. The Malchus graph, it's fun, but yeah, the tails sometimes gets to me. All the tails, and at night I don't want to be struggling working in ends, and so I did something. Anyway, before I get to the new project, let's go over the knitted vest I made for my son. It's nearly finished. All 3 panels are done, the back and the front 2 panels, and I stitch it together, and the collar is made. I did the armhole ribbing, the band that's around here, and the other side, and I even started with the front panel ribbing. So where's the vest? Here's the vest. So far I've used 2 balls, or 1 ball, and this is the second, and there's, I should guess, just slightly under 50 grams left. And I thought this entire vest, okay, come. 1, 2, yeah, the entire vest is nearly finished. Da-da-da-da. Oopa. The body of the vest is done in 4mm circular needles, but I didn't work in the round. I still worked it in rows from left to right, purling and knitting. I just used I just went back and forth, even though it was connected, and it wasn't, because it's such a long wire, it wasn't in the way. So it didn't bother me so much, and yeah, and it's the first time I did armhole shaping, the first time I picked up stitches to make a collar, or the ribbing for the armhole. I didn't do any decreases for the armhole band. I'm still very satisfied with when he puts it on and how it looks on him. And the collar is nice and long, so when he zips it up, it'll cover, I hope. So yeah, this is the vest, and I was debating whether I should do the ribbing at the front only up until the neck, and then do the collar straight through. But then I decided it's gonna look neater with the zip, or I'm hoping it's going to, when I attach the zip, when the zip goes all the way up along with the ribbing up until here. I also changed it up a little bit. I was going to do the same length ribbing as you see here for the front panel, but then I changed it to doing it the same length as for the bottom ribbing. So I still need to do a couple of rows here, and then I need to do the ribbing here. I need to attach the zipper, and I need to attach all the extra add-ons. I was going to do pockets on this side and on that side, but the pockets, they went out to play and they came back with friends. Anyway, here's the pocket. It's not very large, you know, it's going to do the job. I still need to stretch it a little. So there's going to be a pocket, and on both sides, and then there's going to be this little extra patch right up here. Now this little patch is only going to be stitched on the sides so that he can hook his badge to the vest, and then you can see, he's the policeman or the sheriff or whatever. So the vest is nearly done, and I'm hoping for the best. Okay, now this isn't just a random blanket lying here. This is a very comfortable poncho. I've been wanting to create this project for a while now, but I couldn't get a stitch that I was satisfied with, or you know, I wouldn't say stitch, it's not a pattern, but I couldn't decide, am I going to do this patchwork style, gingham style, or maybe corner to corner, that I make, that, you know, that I start with the one square in the corner and then, you know, work with color blocks. And yeah, and I thought, no, okay, I'm already doing the corner to corner with a graph. I don't want to do another corner to corner, and I didn't want to do moss stitch either. Even though moss stitch is very drapey, I wanted this to be a bit more structured, a bit more like a blanket, but I didn't want a thick double knit blanket. That was my other, and I wanted something that had either a natural fiber in it. So I knew it either had to be like a sock yarn or a 4-ply type of cotton, and so I got the next best thing. I got Seasons, L Seasons. Let me show you this color. It's Lunar Eclipse. This is where is it? 70% cotton, 24% acrylic, and 6% polyester. I bought a pack of the Lunar Eclipse, that's 5 balls, and I bought a pack of the Island Shore, that was another 5, and then I also bought a pack, where's the other one? I say of, which color is this? Rainfall. And I bought a pack and 2 loose balls. It wasn't special. And so it's basically a grey, a blue and a black. And I will use the grey will be my main color, this color that's going to be in every row, and then I will alternate between the black and the blue, with the grey being the dominant color. These are all end of range. So, but I wanted to go and do like a knit along or a tutorial. The poncho size, it's really great. This is basically a one size fits all. It's a blanket that you can wear and it's got pockets. You see here, it's a long rectangle, and in the middle of the rectangle it splits in two. So the one half, the solid half, is at the back, and where it splits in two is at the front. And then you can add a hoodie. There's a hoodie, an optional hoodie as well. So okay, enough said of that. I have the wool or the cotton blend. It is a double knit, but it's on the thinner side of the double knit. Almost as thin as a 4-ply, but it's wobbly and it's so soft. You see that all that white fluff, that's all cotton. And I know the first wash or 3 there will be a lot of fluff, but I'm loving the material it's forming, the texture it's making. I decided on the patchwork. These are just 2 of the books I went through, and then I found it, and then I was like, okay, I'm not going to go through any of the other books. I'm satisfied with the pattern. So the first one I went through is the New Crochet Stitch Dictionary, but I saw a border that from this one that I might use for the poncho. You know, it works with diagrams and it shows very pretty pictures and stuff. I don't want to give away too much. If you want to use this book, you're going to have to buy it, the New Crochet Stitch Dictionary. I think it was on Take-A-Lot. This one, or it could have been the other one. I do go and buy some of these books if I find something nice in a bookstore. But the patchwork I decided on, or that convinced me, I'm not even using the exact stitch work from these stitches. This book is 500 crochet stitches, the Ultimate Crochet Stitch Bible. I found my pattern, the one that I am going to use. The inspiration I found here. Let me see if I can find it. Here it is. Basic patchwork. I don't want to. This is now the basic patchwork that inspired me. But this is done with single crochets. I will be doing my patchwork with half double crochets, and this is in US terms. So yeah, I have a border idea from this book, and I'm going to use the patchwork inspiration from this one. And let me show you. I'm very happy it's working out perfectly, exactly as I wanted. Here's my little swatch. There's the swatch. Let me show you. Look at that. Huh? I swatched it perfectly. I will go into more details with the video I'll create, so that you can also make yourself a wonderful blanket poncho. And look at this, it's nice and thin. So, but I'm pretty sure you can find similar, you can still do it in cotton or in acrylic. It just needs to be a 4-ply or on the thin side of a double knit. I don't think you want it's supposed to be warm. I want to come and sit and I want to throw it over my shoulders, or if I'm just quickly popping out to drop my son off at school and I want to sit comfortably and feel warm and cozy. And yeah, this is what it does. It makes me feel comfortable, warm and cozy, and I want to give you that same feeling, but you're going to have to make it on your own. I'm just going to guide you through it. So you do carry the yarn through from I'm carrying, you see the black yarn, I'm carrying it through the blue, and then the blue through the black. So I'm working with both yarns at the same time, but I'm working over the one. The main color for that block is working over the secondary color. And with it gives a bit more structure. This is a very soft yarn, and I have worked with it before. I made a beanie and it was very drapey and loose, and you can see this is still it's still drapey. It's but it's got a bit more structure. It's not like a bamboo drapey. It's just, yeah. And you can slightly see the black, and you can slightly see the blue coming through, but it all looks part of how, you know, of the poncho. It looks like it's supposed to be that way. It doesn't bother me at all, especially because it's not a solid blue and a solid black. If this was a solid color, you will be seeing the blue a lot more, and you will be seeing the black through the blue as well a lot more. This project will help me balance out my two never-ending tail projects. That's way better. And what's there, 13 blocks for me to make before I have to worry about working in an end. Yes. But okay, this will also be done with half double crochet foundation row. I'm not going to do a chain row. If you're going to do a chain row with this, it's going to murder you, and it's going to take away stretch. So it'll look like your patchwork is going V-shaped, because the chain is, there's no stretch through the chain. So by doing a half double crochet foundation row, you give it more stretch, and then your poncho will look more rectangular. And obviously I will be using stitch markers just for the start, because I want to save myself a headache. I'm going to do 20 stitches, put in a marker, 20 stitches, put in a marker. So when I start working the patches, all my markers are already in place, and I can just crochet. Yay! Enough said. I'll see you in a next Wat op die Rak video, or a next crochet journal video, or maybe I don't know. I don't think this will be done in a month. Sometime this year for the this blanket poncho to come out, and then you can crochet it with me and enjoy this lovely piece of love and comfort. That's what I give to you, love and comfort through yarn. But okay, thank you for joining me, and thank you for always coming and supporting me and saying hello at the shop. It's really nice. I'm still working on my tutorials, like not on the tutorials, on the translations. It's a bit hectic and it takes a very long time. You have to go through everything. Your mind needs to be in 2 languages at once, and sometimes it just like fries my brain cells. But yeah, the AI makes me say really weird and funny things. So I'm trying to correct as many videos as possible and translate it correctly. But yeah, there's still some weird things that slips through, and I apologize. I'm only human. I don't use AI in any of my videos or in the making of anything, and what you see is what you get, and I hope you enjoy.
Please feel free to click like if you enjoyed the content of this video or found it to be informative. Should you want to see more of my videos on YouTube, search Yikkeliefie and select subscribe. Remember to set your bell notification so you don't miss out on my latest content. You can share this video with friends or chat with me in the comments.